Lewis Hamilton's Time magazine interview sparks debate on race in Formula One. In a revealing interview with Time magazine, Lewis Hamilton, the seven-time Formula One world champion, opened up about his experiences with racism in the racing world, igniting a lively debate on racial inequality within the sport. Hamilton, who has long been an advocate for diversity and inclusion, shared personal anecdotes that shed light on the challenges he has faced as a black driver in a predominantly white industry. During the interview, Hamilton recounted instances of both subtle and overt racism he's encountered throughout his career, illustrating how these experiences have shaped his identity and fueled his passion for change. He spoke candidly about the emotional toll of navigating a sport that has historically marginalized voices like his, and the importance of using his platform to advocate for equality. Hamilton's comments struck a chord not only within the racing community, but also among fans and activists worldwide. The discussion quickly expanded beyond the confines of Formula One, prompting broader conversations about race, representation, and systemic inequality in sports and society at large. Many fans lauded his courage for speaking out, acknowledging that his position as one of the highest-profile athletes in the world provides a powerful platform to address these pressing issues. Critics, however, expressed concerns over the potential divisiveness of Hamilton's statements, arguing that highlighting racial disparities could alienate some fans. Yet, the overwhelming majority of responses have been supportive, emphasizing the need for the sport to evolve and better reflect the diverse world in which we live. The interview has reignited debates about the role of race in Formula One and has prompted calls for significant reforms, including more inclusive hiring practices, enhanced diversity programs, and initiatives aimed at attracting underrepresented groups to motorsport. In response to the growing conversation, Formula One announced an initiative aimed at improving diversity within the sport. The plan includes partnerships with organizations focused on empowering young people from various backgrounds to engage in motorsport, as well as initiatives to improve representation in leadership and technical roles within teams. Hamilton's interview has not only brought issues of race to the forefront of discussions around Formula One, but has also inspired athletes across other sports to share their stories and advocate for equality. The dialogue around racial inequality is essential, and Hamilton's willingness to confront uncomfortable truths has opened the door for a more inclusive future in racing. As the debate continues, it is clear that Lewis Hamilton's impact extends far beyond the racetrack. He has become a symbol of resilience and change, sparking vital conversations that have the potential to reshape the culture of Formula One and beyond. The question now remains, how will the sport rise to the challenge and ensure that the legacy of this discussion leads to meaningful change? Lewis Hamilton's transition from Mercedes to Ferrari, a new chapter in race conversations in Formula One. In a recent interview, Lewis Hamilton, celebrated for his record-equaling 7 world championships alongside legendary driver Michael Schumacher, revealed his much-anticipated transition from Mercedes to Ferrari for the 2025 season. This announcement has sent shockwaves through the motorsport community, highlighting not only his illustrious career, but also reigniting crucial conversations about race and representation within Formula One. Hamilton's decision to join Ferrari signifies a pivotal moment in his career, as he embraces one of the most storied teams in Formula One history. Known for its passionate fan base and rich heritage, Ferrari presents Hamilton with new challenges and opportunities. In his comments, he expressed excitement about the potential to contribute to the team's legacy while reflecting on his memorable tenure with Mercedes, where he achieved unprecedented success and dominance. However, as Hamilton's career continues its evolution, so too does the focus on the racial dynamics within Formula One. In light of his move, Hamilton used the interview to delve into the complexities of race in the sport. As a black driver in an overwhelmingly white environment, he has faced unique challenges that many in the sport have been reluctant to address. His willingness to speak out underscores the need for inclusion and diversity in a sport that can seem exclusive. The timing of Hamilton's interview has sparked renewed debates about how race influences not only the drivers, but also the culture and management within Formula One. Critics of the sport have argued that it has historically overlooked the contributions of minority figures, both on and off the track. Hamilton's transition to Ferrari has highlighted the importance of providing equal opportunities to all aspiring racers, regardless of their background. Many fans and supporters praised Hamilton for his bold statements, as they resonate with a broader movement seeking change across various industries. The conversation around inclusivity in motorsport is particularly relevant as F1 has made strides in recent years to address its diversity problem, yet much work remains to be done. Hamilton's comments on race were met with support and solidarity from both fans and fellow racers. His role as a figurehead in advocacy for social justice has elevated discussions that challenge the status quo, demanding that Formula One not only celebrate diversity but actively work to foster it. As he prepares for this new chapter with Ferrari, fans are left to wonder how Hamilton's competitive spirit will intersect with his commitment to social change. His journey emphasizes that the sport's future must include a reaffirmation of inclusivity, ensuring that every voice is heard and every story is told. In conclusion, Lewis Hamilton's transition to Ferrari marks not just a career milestone, but a catalyst for ongoing discussions about race in Formula One. He stands at the intersection of change in a sport that is ready to evolve, showing that with every new challenge, the conversation about race and representation continues to gain momentum. As the 2025 season approaches, all eyes will be on Hamilton, not just for his racing prowess, but for his impact on the sport's cultural landscape. Hamilton's reflections as a pioneering Black driver: resilience, individuality, and controversy. Lewis Hamilton's recent reflections on his journey as a pioneering Black driver in Formula One have not only highlighted his resilience and individuality, but have also stirred controversy and sparked a broader discourse on racism in sports. His position as a highly successful athlete in a predominantly white environment has made his experiences particularly impactful, resonating with fans, fellow drivers, and advocates for social justice. In discussing his unique challenges and achievements, Hamilton has articulated a sense of responsibility to amplify the voices of underrepresented communities within motorsport. His reflections celebrate the strides he has made, but also acknowledge the hurdles faced by those who look up to him as a role model. Hamilton's advocacy for inclusion and diversity has positioned him as a trailblazer, leading conversations that extend beyond entertainment to touch on vital social issues. However, not all reactions to his statements have been positive. Some critics have misinterpreted Hamilton's comments, viewing them through a narrow lens that dismisses the nuances of race and identity in sports. This misinterpretation has given rise to counter-arguments that challenge Hamilton's narrative, questioning the validity of his experiences and the necessity of addressing race within F1 and sports in general. The backlash illustrates a common phenomenon where discussions about race provoke discomfort, leading some to refute or downplay the significance of inequality. Hamilton's proactive stance on such issues has often put him in the crosshairs of criticism from those who prefer to maintain the status quo. This dynamic, while disheartening, illuminates the ongoing need for dialogue about racism and its pervasive effects. In fostering this dialogue, Hamilton has sparked a wider conversation that encourages others in the sport to reflect on their own experiences with race. Fellow drivers, team members, and other stakeholders have begun to share their perspectives, contributing to a more inclusive narrative within Formula One. The resultant discourse serves as an opportunity for education and growth, although it has highlighted the resistance some have toward confronting uncomfortable truths. As Hamilton continues to navigate his high-profile career, his commitment to addressing these challenging topics remains steadfast. He exemplifies the idea that with visibility comes accountability, and he recognizes that his voice can influence positive change not only within F1 but also in the broader sporting landscape. His resilience in the face of adversity underscores the importance of representation in inspiring future generations of athletes. In conclusion, Lewis Hamilton's reflections as a pioneering Black driver carry immense weight, celebrating his accomplishments while also igniting controversy and discussions around race in sports. His journey highlights the complex interplay between individuality and the collective struggle for equality. As conversations evolve and more voices are amplified, the hope is that this dialogue will lead to meaningful change, not just in Formula One, but throughout the world of sports as a whole. Scrutiny of minority figures in sports, Hamilton's experience and broader implications. The conversation surrounding Lewis Hamilton has illuminated the heightened scrutiny faced by minority figures in high-profile sports. As a groundbreaking black driver in Formula One, Hamilton's experiences underscore a broader phenomenon where athletes from underrepresented backgrounds encounter unique challenges when discussing their identity and experiences. Minority athletes often find themselves navigating a landscape rife with expectations and biases. They are frequently held to different standards than their peers, which can manifest in various ways, from criticism of their performance to misinterpretations of their statements about race and identity. Hamilton's reflections reveal the pressure he faces not only to excel on the racetrack, but also to advocate for social justice, a dual responsibility that can be overwhelming. This scrutiny is exacerbated by societal biases that embed themselves in how athletes' comments are interpreted. While Hamilton's calls for diversity and inclusion may resonate with many, critics may misconstrue his advocacy as divisive or unwarranted, often ignoring the systemic issues he is addressing. This reaction reflects a reluctance to confront uncomfortable truths about racism and inequality within sports. The challenges that Hamilton and similar figures face also extend beyond their individual experiences. They often become symbols of broader societal issues, representing both progress and the ongoing struggles for equality. Their visibility amplifies their voice, but it also makes them targets for backlash and misrepresentation. Thus, athletes must strike a delicate balance between expressing their authentic selves and navigating the potential fallout from their statements. Moreover, the scrutiny experienced by minority athletes often has ramifications for their mental health and personal well-being. The pressure to be a role model while speaking out against injustice can lead to feelings of isolation and stress, impacting their performance and overall quality of life. Hamilton has been candid about the mental toll of such scrutiny, emphasizing the need for support systems for athletes from all backgrounds. Successful navigation through these challenges requires resilience and a commitment to authenticity. Hamilton's steadfastness in addressing issues of race and identity serves as a powerful testament to the importance of representation in sports. His willingness to speak out not only elevates his own narrative, but also provides a platform for others to share their stories, fostering a sense of community among minority athletes. As conversations around race and identity continue to evolve, it is crucial for sports organizations, fans, and media to engage with these discussions thoughtfully. Greater support for minority athletes and a deeper understanding of the systemic challenges they face can lead to more equitable treatment and representation in the world of sports. In conclusion, the attention drawn to Hamilton's experiences highlights the intensified scrutiny faced by minority figures in sports. His journey reflects the challenges athletes encounter while addressing their identity and experiences, reminding us of the ongoing need for thoughtful dialogue and systemic change within the sporting community. By recognizing their struggles, we can create a more inclusive environment that empowers all athletes to express their authentic selves.